The coming 3 days of darkness. Brothers and sisters, this is Ann, and today is March 4th, 2019. Now, I heard a message by God's Healer 7 channel this morning where she was talking about the coming 3 days of darkness. Barbara said that she was told by God that the darkness was coming without a delay. Now, you know, Matthew 25 talks about how the bridegroom will come at midnight. That's the darkest time. Her message reminded me of a vision that I had in 2013 given to me by Yahushua, where he showed me that he was coming for me and that it was going to be during the darkest time. It was going to be at midnight. I knew he was coming as the bridegroom. He was not coming in power and glory riding on a horse. When I had the vision, it was during the blackest darkness that I had ever seen. The darkness was so thick that you could just feel it. Now, lately, he has been showing me in vision after vision that he's getting ready to take me through a portal or door. Basically, he shows a door. And just as we go through the door, now you know that door is also referred to in Matthew 25. And I have had multiple visions where he takes me through this door. And when I go through the door, I see visions after it, and there's darkness, and there's all kind of horrific things going on, people killing people. Darkness is just horrible. So it is a very difficult time that's coming. But in Matthew 25, remember, it talks about the wise virgin. And only during that time, when that door opened, only the 5 wise virgins will enter in. I believe that the message given by God's Healer 7 is a true warning, and that we are about to go through the midnight cry, as referred to in Matthew 25. And at this time, as I said, a portal or door will open, and only the 5 wise virgins of Matthew 25 will enter in. I believe that reference to midnight is coinciding with this coming 3 days of darkness. Brothers and sisters, please, I implore you, take this warning seriously. The 3 days of darkness are about to hit this earth. Do you know what to do when it happens? Now, do not expect Christ to come and catch up everybody and take them away. This is not the time. As I said, this is the coming of the bridegroom, which is very different than the coming of Christ in power and glory. Now, this I even had a dream this morning that confirmed that. In this particular dream that I had this morning, I saw Yahushua and his wife in heaven. He had on his military uniform, but his wife was already with him, which meant he had not gone into the earth to rescue the earth. So that to me confirms, it's a longer dream, but it confirms to me that these are two separate events that's going to happen. Now, here is the vision that I had in 2013, and I want to share it with you. Now, those people who do not go through the door, the 5 virgins, there's going to also be an option for you to run to the wilderness. And those that do not hide in the wilderness will also have some things that they will have to deal with. So, as I said, here is the vision that I had in 2013. And I definitely believe it relates to the 3 days of darkness. Now, I received this vision in April 2013, and I'm just going to read it. In April 2013, I had a vision where it was in complete darkness all around. The darkness was so thick that you could hardly see in front of your face. It was biblical darkness, thick, and you could feel it. I was standing in a forest or what seemed to be like a wooded area. I just want to say that that's pretty much where I live right now. The only light that was around was a campfire that was burning brightly next to me. I was dressed in the most beautiful cream colored satin dress. It was long and full, and my head was covered with a beautiful head covering that was embroidered with jewels, and it was fitted on my head like a skull cap. And there seemed to have been something that was flowing down in the back part of it. It was a beautiful headdress. It was light cream color, but not quite white. I was standing there alone with this large campfire that was illuminating next to me. Now, in the distance, I could see Yahushua coming around the bend, and I knew it was him, and he was headed for where I was standing. Yet, in this particular dream, he was still quite a distance away. Now, this was first given to me in 2013. He held a lighted lamp in his hand. And as I said, I knew that he was coming toward me, and in my spirit, I knew that he was the bridegroom. I knew that he was the bridegroom. I do not remember anyone else that was around, but it was just me, and I was waiting for him alone. And then I woke up. But several days later, maybe 3 days later, he gave me a confirmation dream. I had the very same dream, the same setting, but this time Christ had gotten much, much closer to me. In fact, he had made it to me, and I looked into his face, and he gave me the biggest smiles as our eyes met. Now, in both these dreams, I was observing myself as Christ got closer and closer. I smiled at him, and he smiled at me, and I knew at this time that this was the midnight cry and that he was coming to get me. And that was the end of that particular um, vision. Now, I do want to say that in 2013, Christ had already revealed to me who I was in him. I had shared this information, but just like now, I get a lot of resistance and people don't want to hear it. But that's perfectly okay. He revealed to me then that he was going to marry me, that I was going to be his wife, and I was going to be the queen. He revealed that to me, and he has revealed to me over the past several weeks, over and over again, that he's getting ready to take me through the portal. And I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, this is the midnight cry that's coming up. And I definitely believe that this 3 days of darkness that's going to come is going to coincide with the midnight cry. So I hope you take me serious and look into the 3 days of darkness and make sure that you are prepared. Only the five wise virgins will enter in this time. Christ will come later on in power and glory, and that's when the catching up will occur. So I hope you take this to heart and check it out, Matthew 25, and shalom until next time.